Starborn 007 with the Barbershop show. Sorry I was late today, but usually Saturday or Mondays we probably gonna have the show a little later just because I usually have prior obligations. But today gonna be a great show. We're gonna talk. We have a I'm still waiting for the co-host to come, but we're gonna talk about a few top. In fact, hold on. In fact, I could just pause it. We're gonna talk about a few topics today. You know what I'm saying? I can put it on mute. Yeah, today we're gonna talk about quite a few things going on that you guys want to talk about. We're gonna you're probably gonna see the list. We're gonna be talking about Magic actually going to Philly to talk to the team. We gonna wonder what is he gonna say. Magic going to talk to a few guys on the team, but I'm curious what he's gonna say. We also gonna be talking about Michael Rapaport hating on LaVar Ball. I think I might be able to have audio for you guys, but he just basically was hating like he always do. Also, we're going to talk about do we feel the Lakers could go on a win streak? They play Philly tomorrow. I think they play Atlanta, and I think they play somebody else. They got 3 games before the All-Star game, so we're going to talk about that. And Lonzo Ball, he has a new song called "Get Your Merch." So I don't think no way I could play it, but hopefully y'all could play it and tell me what you guys think. And also, man, the Lakers have one spot left. They have one roster spot left. So do y'all guys think they're gonna get one of the Morris twins? Do you guys think they're gonna get Carmelo? So we definitely gonna talk. We definitely gonna talk about that, and we're gonna try to make this a little bit more interactive as far as answering y'all questions, going on topic, but also answering you guys' questions also. So I definitely want to get into that today. I'm still waiting for the co-host to come on. I send them a link. If they don't show up, then it's just gonna be us on here. It's just gonna be us on here talking. So right now I'm sharing it to the Facebook page. Let me give me 1 second, you guys. But we're gonna have a good show, man. We're gonna have a good show today. I mean, it's to tell the truth, this is actually Lonzo's 3rd week of him being out. Hold on, who we got on there?
See, it's my phone, so it's not good. I'm just getting on my computer right now.
Okay. Yeah. If you on your phone, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
If
It's
you
just
on
that
your
my
phone,
phone crap.
if you put your headphones in, then it'll sound, just in case you can't get to a computer or anything. Usually, if you got your headphones on, it'll sound.
No, don't worry. It's gonna take a few. It's gonna take a few per seconds.
All right. Did you see what topics we going to talk about today?
What's the topic?
All right. Let me go back. We gonna have a few topics on here. We're gonna talk about Magic going to Philly. One of the topics going to be Magic going to Philly to talk to the team, and we're gonna talk about that. Then we got Michael Rapaport hating on LaVar Ball. Did you hear how he called LaVar soft and is basically saying Lonzo the same thing if it's dad? So we're gonna talk about that.
He's corny.
Yeah. Then we gonna talk about whether Lakers go on a win streak. Do we think they got 3 games left? Do we think they could go on a win streak? We also got Lonzo Ball new song, "Get Your Merch." We're gonna talk about that a little bit. And then also we're gonna talk about who will get the Lakers' final roster spot. Would it be Michael Beasley? Would it be the Morris twins or whoever you think?
Yo, I got it.
Also, we got Michael Beasley getting waived. Do we think anybody go pick him up? So that's just some of the topics that we're gonna have today. What you think about Magic going and talking to the Lakers? How you
I,
think that's going to
honestly,
turn out?
honestly, I think it's pointless because I think the young players are already over it, and they already know what they're thought of. It really ain't changing anything.
Yeah, I look at it two ways though. With that, I mean, he has. It's just one of them things that he shouldn't do, but he has to do. You know how it's just something that you have to do. I wonder how he gonna say it. That's what I want to find out. Is he gonna BS them or just be real? Like you know what I'm saying? I don't or in between. So that's just something I'm curious to see how that's. I'm curious
I
to see
think
how that's gonna work.
I think Magic keeps it real when it's like in private combos when no one's watching. So definitely, I see that Magic will let them know how he feels and why he did what he did and what he wants from them. Because Magic did that with Randall. He was like, "What I want from you is you to, give me 20, be more aggressive, train." Like, so he's just gonna order them to do what they need to do.
Yeah. Tell the truth, I'm just curious. I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't know if he's going to say, "Hey, man, this is part of the business. It is what it is," or he going to say, or he's going to try to say, "Hey, we definitely want y'all part of the organization." You know, obviously he's going to say y'all professionals and y'all need to go out there and do y'all thing. But I know he's going to have a twist. He's going to have a twist on there. You know, I'd rather
Yeah,
Rob. I'd rather Rob Palenko because Rob Palenko gotta have a story with it. You know, you never know. Rob Palenko gotta have a story with it. So I wonder how that's going to go. And really, I just think Brandon Ingram just don't care, bro. Like he's gonna play. I, to me, it's starting to get to the point when obviously they got to get better, but it's coming to the point where Brandon Ingram going to play his game. Like nothing ain't gonna really deter him. Every once in a while, if LeBron there and Kuzma there, he might take a little less shots because he's more of a, even though he can score, he's more of a plug and play. He could give you a little bit of everything. He could give you 16.7 rebounds, 5 assists, play good D. And that Celtics game, his primary thing was to guard Kyrie Irving. So I don't really take that he only have a couple 12 points, but it seems like he's going to play his game. Like it just seems he's to that point.
Well, Sweatbox said something. He said Magic knows how to bring people together. I think it will help rep focus the guys and give them perspective on the business. But I wish Zoe was at the meeting.
Now he probably gonna talk to Zoe straight up, but Zoe probably wanted to get traded. Zoe probably don't. One thing about Zoe, he's gonna do what it do, man. Period. Right now, So I, I don't know. It's really as we've been saying with Lonzo, it's the coach. Because if you're a point guard, you give the point guard the team. Like that's as far as I know from all these my 40 years on this earth, and I've been playing since I was at least 10 or 12. I was playing when I was 9, but I like baseball, football, ball, and once I got about 11, 12, I started playing, and I stopped playing as much probably the last 3 years. So that gives me quite a time of playing. A point guard get to run the show. You might have other players who could dribble it up. And I mean, I had times when somebody get the rebound and they push it and you just kind of run the lane and they hit you on the lane too. But the majority of the time I play point guard. That means I'm running the show, so.
Well, Star, but I got to talk about this, man. Can we please talk about the draft? Because I feel like I don't want to, it's just that I feel like my Knicks, we could talk about more, teams,
Yeah, go ahead, man. Like I said, we just
Well,
have a basics on where to go at, but obviously it's a
yeah,
barbershop. We could get, you know what I'm saying? We could
yeah,
how many times you went to the barbershop and they talking Patrick Ewing, the next day they talk about world views, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
because I feel like we always on the Lakers subject, and I mean I get it because it's this is the main team, but I'm seeing the draft and I'm seeing some gold that teams are not seeing, man. Recruits might be dumb on this one.
yeah, what you thinking? I mean, I haven't watched too many. Only to tell the truth, only thing that I know is Zion and them. Obviously, I saw you put the post on Bol Bol. I know who Bol Bol is. Obviously, I know who he is. But everybody else, I haven't been fully watching the draft. But go ahead, what's your view?
Well, I had to calm down on the first pick though, but if the Knicks can get the second or third pick, my thought is they trade lower, try to get 2 or 3 picks, and get Bol Bol, so that in the future they can get more picks, and then they do the same thing. They rinse and repeat because teams are going to miss out on Bol Bol. This kid shot 57% from 3 off about 5 threes, I think. He's 7'2". He can move with the ball. He's fast, and he could block. Him and Mitchell Robinson on the same floor is a dangerous, lethal thing. 2 towers, my friend.
Yeah, I like Bol Bol. I mean, I haven't seen him play that much in college, but I done watched him probably for 3 years now. Only problem he have is obviously his height, and he could have leg problems. But other than that, far as basketball wise, he could do everything.
Yeah, and the thing I think the Knicks should probably do is not have him play too many games, like get him built. But you gotta watch his highlight. You gotta watch the games. Its movement is just so okay. Sweatbox said, yeah, Bobo might be the unicorn, but what was his injury? I think he has a boot on his leg. I didn't really get the injury correct. But Star, what do you think? What's your sneak? What's your team? What do you think you should draft?
I like the Knicks, man. It's just tough with the Knicks because they trying to. It all depends on who signs there. If you get a Kevin Durant and somebody else, Kevin Durant, Jim. For real, I want them to get Kevin Durant and Jimmy Butler.
I'm real with you. I don't want them to get any star player.
No, but that's where that money is. If they don't get that, everyone going to talk about how. I understand what you're saying, but everyone going to talk about they failed, and then that's just going to be another thing they keep hammering and hammering. Even if the young players is playing a little decent, they're going to hammer about that, and that's just going to mess them kids up. That media.
What I think they should do, and I mean, I might sound crazy, but I want them to be able to build off draft picks. What I think, there's certain vets that teams want to get off the books that could teach the young players. So I say take some bad contracts, ask for a first round and a second round pick. Then you get another bad contract, get another first round and a second round pick. You keep on building off those picks. If the Knicks are lucky next year to get a first round pick, you trade down, get 2 picks or 3 picks for the future. What you want to do is give enough time to get more picks so that the mistakes that are made are minimized, and so that you add the percentage of you getting a first rounder in the next year.
Yeah. I mean, I understand it, but we know the climate, what's going on. We know what's going on. You know what I mean? What we want that probably should happen and what's going on right now, we know what's going to happen. They going after them people. You know what I mean?
John K. Said, I really like this new Sixers team.
That I actually watched the 76ers yesterday. I actually sat down and watched 90% of the game. I was writing some stuff, but only thing about the Sixers, they just confusing to me because They team is a pretty well. Well, I ain't gonna get too crazy because they did play Denver, but it just seems like they good. But it's just they go through stretches in the game that I don't know what it is. They let teams back in the game. It just seemed like the Sixers should be dominant. You know, like a 8, like winning by 7 or 8. Like I ain't saying 30 or anything like that, but they should be. It just seems like they should be up 7-10 the whole game. You know what I mean? Like 7-10 the whole game.
I know what you mean, but it's a new team. They're just getting used to each other. So usually you don't see them dominate off the rip.
No, it's just, I mean, it's the same. It's a new team, but Harris, thing about Harris is he know how to play, bro. He know how to fit in. Like he's the perfect player. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved for the Lakers to get him. He's the perfect player for the Lakers.
You talking about J. Cole?
Harris.
Oh.
He's the perfect player because he could play in any system. And he's not a ball hog. You know what I'm saying? He could play in any system, and I watched the game yesterday. He fit right in. It's what's his face that got to learn how to play a little bit better fitting in. What's his name? Butler. You know, it's Butler. It seems like Butler needs the ball a little bit. He's playing good. He ain't ball hogging, but it seems like he don't know how to fully play his game. He don't know when to be aggressive, when not to be aggressive. So he's just looking like an average good player instead of more dominant. Now, Redick knows his game. You know what I'm saying? He's a vet. He knows what he's going to do. So they was feeding Redick crazy. You know what I'm saying? Redick had 30. Redick had 34 because he knows.
Well, John K said, I agree with Starborn. I don't think Simmons is clutch at all. He looks to give up the ball immediately in the end of the game. They won last night because of the other guys.
Well, I watched the game, and this is how I look at it with Ben Simmons. He has a weakness. Like, we'll be stupid. He has a weakness. His shot is broken. So at certain times of the game, right? Certain times of the game, they kind of lag off him, and he's not as effective. So that is true. But he gives you so much during the course of a game. You know what I'm saying? Have somebody be a closer. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going to give you 19 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, and he going to move the ball. So he do have a weakness, but this only his second year playing. So he's going to give you numbers. So it's other people that's got to come through a little bit better. You know, at the end.
Here's my thing, and that's what he is a liability because when the playoffs showed up and teams started really playing real defense on them, they would leave Simmons open for 3, and they would like start really, looking for his passing lanes, start forcing him into positions. Yes, he could dominate in the post, but I just feel like he's a liability in the fourth.
Nah, he's never the same way you said about Lonzo. You know what I'm saying? He's Lonzo the same. He's never a liability. Do he have a weakness? You know, can he be way better? But he's not no liability. He's not no liability. You know what a liability is. He's not no liability.
No, what I'm saying, hear me out here, Star. Lonzo can at least shoot the shot. He can be a 3-point guy in the clutch. Which allows
no. We know what I'm saying is if you compare both of them, Lonzo got a better shot, but they the same player, meaning that they both have weaknesses, but they total game makes up for the weakness that they have. Like Ben Simmons, and because I've been listening to you and you said the same thing about Embiid, like these dudes had one bad medium series, which that series could have went 4-1. If you watch that series could have went 4-1 Philly. Them games was close, and they played against a team that got wings. That first of all, Al Horford, he been to at least 5-6 playoffs. You know what I'm saying? He's a vet, and then also with the rest of the team. They got wing players and they got a good coach. So they was able to take advantage of some of the weaknesses because of the personnel and the coach. But everyone don't have the ability to do that. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
and even with that, them games was close. It could have easily went 4-1. Philly.
Here's my thing. I think Simmons right now is a more dominant player than Lonzo. But I'm saying when it comes to late in the clock, you could still be a better player. But if your three is not like even close to medium or like sort of good, teams could get you. And it doesn't matter how good you are. The 3-point is now in this new era. You need that at least.
No, we already know. Yeah, he needed 3, but not I'm just agreeing on the liability because if he had one back, it's not as simple as they're going to give him the ball and everyone back up and he's wide open. It sounds simple. It's not as simple as that because people moving the ball. He moves the ball around. You know what I'm saying? He could post up. You know what I'm saying? He could give the ball to Butler, let him set some stuff up. He do need to shoot. That is a weakness. That's obvious. But you know what I'm saying? And it can hurt them, but it's not a liability because he just do so much. It's up to the coach to find other ways to get him involved in the game. Maybe he could set some picks and roll to the basket. You know what I'm saying? It's not as simple as he go dribble and everyone go back away and that's it. He just can't be used. It's not that. It's not them simple. Like I'm looking at Sweatbox. He do them handoffs. You know, it's a lot of stuff. Let me see. John K. The system completely caters Simmons without the handoff, which is only used to cover up non-shoot. Yeah, they use hand. So they got different ways to hide some of his, you know what I'm saying, some of his weaknesses.
But when I remember the Boston series, what they did is they had the center at the post, like near the basket, like, you know, not too close, but near because he can't really shoot mid-range either. And they had like guys making sure that the shooters were really, you know, like they had played real defense. Problem with Ben Simmons is he is a tough guy, like when he goes in a dunk, but when he has to attack the rim, that's his thing. So they could take advantage of them and they could slowly take away his skills. Now the pick and roll, yeah, you're right. But if your 3-point guys ain't open, they making sure you do your job.
Yeah, let's be honest. What hurt them last year? If we watch the game, this will hurt them last year. Obviously, Ben Simmons had a couple of games that they played good D. It happens in your first playoffs. You know that could happen. You know, but what really hurt them is that they have a little different than this year. Is they had shooters, but they only had shooters. You know, like that could shoot, that couldn't do nothing else, and they took them off their line. And them shooters, like Bella, all them shooters that Ben Simmons was hitting, they was running them off that line. So that really hurt them. And even with that, they could have won that series easy 4-1. It was a couple mistakes. This year they got different people. This year they used Ben Simmons more on the post than they did last year. This year they got Jimmy Butler, they got Harris that could bring the ball and have Ben Simmons do some other things, which we know it is a weakness. I'm not taking that away, but he's still going to be useful on the court. If he gets you 8, if he gets you 14, 10, and 8 with a lot of passing and rebounding, it's up on the other players to take advantage of his weakness and step up to the plate. So that's how a team works. When one player have a weakness, it's up to the other players to step up.
John K said Westbrook and Simmons pad rebounds, but Lonzo really works for his rebounds.
I don't pad rebounds, man. We gotta stop that. We love Lonzo. Stop. That's what everyone do. Lonzo is great at what he do, right? Ben Simmons is great at what we do. They totally opposite of each other. We don't need to crash one play. He's 6'10". Them ain't pad rebounds. How you pad rebounds at 6'10"? They smart. Get the rebound and push it. That don't have anything to do with Lonzo. We don't need to compare Lonzo to anybody else. We just
I'm not.
comparing
I'm reading,
no. I'm reading it too. I'm just saying we just comparing a player to a player. Pat, you how you gonna be 6'10" and pad rebounds?
Well, what I think he means is like, I mean, I don't see it as a problem because you let the guy who could, do the passing usually get the rebound, but usually centers, box out other guys and let the point guard get the rebound when Joel Embiid can get the rebound, but he usually just lets Ben Simmons get it.
He's third in rebounding. He averaged 13.7 rebounds.
Yeah, but so does Enes Kanter. Like, I mean, Enes Kanter averages a lot of
rebounding. So out the whole league, he's third in rebounding. Out the whole league. So he's not letting nobody, just not saying it can't happen, of course, during the game, but that's not the strategy because he averages close to 14 rebounds. Like that's not the truth. The numbers prove that's not the. I'm talking about how many players in the league. If he's third in rebounding, that tells you something. He's third in rebounding.
No, and hear me out here. I think it's effective for Ben Simmons, like for the center to box out the guy. I don't fully agree. At the same time, I'm not gonna say that isn't padding stats, but it works for him.
That's not padding stats because first of all, he's 6.
I let you talk, man.
What I'm saying is Lonzo and Ben Simmons, right? They can't really shoot that good. You know what I'm saying? They pad in a game after LeBron James. So being that they can't shoot as good as Lonzo shoot way better than Ben Simmons. So they do other things a little bit better. If you ain't a great scorer, you know what? I'm probably got to rebound a little bit better. Them ain't padding rebounds. Like, I don't understand that.
Okay,
Them ain't padding rebounds.
I didn't say padding is bad. I didn't say it's bad.
Padding rebounds meaning you padding, or like you said, they box out like the plan. Like last year, they don't do it this year. Last year for the Lakers, the plan was since what's his name? The big man that's with Milwaukee now?
Brook Lopez.
Since he wasn't a great rebounder and Randall was a solid rebounder, the plan was to box out so Lonzo could, and Lonzo was a good rebounder, period. So
and I think that was effective.
But that's not pad rebounding. When you say pad rebounding, it's like pad rebounding is what Westbrook was doing. Westbrook is inside the lane. That's pad. That's the only person that pad rebound is Westbrook.
Padding, I really think that's not a bad thing. I actually think it's an effective system that should be used.
Because you gotta call it something else, though.
But
it's not padding.
But here's my thing. I don't want JaVale McGee to get the rebound and try to run and pass it to Kuz or try to run it because they don't have handles. They always make turnovers. I want him to box out so Lonzo can get the ball because Lonzo makes less mistakes than both of them. So when I see Ben Simmons get a rebound, I want that. I understand
what you're saying. But when you say patent, you know what patent mean?
Yeah, tell me.
Patent mean when you hear somebody say, "Yo, they patent they stats." That that's a negative thing when you say patent.
I don't think it's negative.
No, I'm just saying that's what it means when you say somebody patent they stats. You play basketball. You never heard patent your stats. Meaning you pad in your stacks, you trying to get extra, you pad. That's different than like, hey, man, we should strategize box out so they could get the rebound. You wouldn't use that as padding. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Westbrook pad when he goes in there and a rebound is right there and he just snatched. They let him snatch. It ain't even that they boxing out so he can snatch it. The plan is he's trying to get a triple-double, let him get a rebound. That's what you call padding. When the ball is right there and he comes and take it out their hand, that's padding.
That's why I'm not a fan of Luke's whole system. Luke doesn't play that way. He always says, "Oh, the guy who gets the rebound, I want them to run the floor." That's what he says, and I'm like, that's stupid. Because if Kuz gets the rebound, do you really want him running the floor? Do you really want him going down so he can try to do something or pass it to Lonzo? I don't want that. I want them, if they're going to do it that way, they got to pass it to Lonzo. Because I've seen games where they try to do it, and I'm always against that. That's why I feel like Simmons flourishes in this system, because I don't think he has a great coach, but he has a coach that understands that he should be in control of the ball.
Yeah, what helped Ben Simmons is he's the #1 draft pick. You know, he got hurt and they took a whole year, so they invested. You know what I'm saying? It was an investment. So when you invest that, and plus they was losing for so long, they you know what I'm saying, remember what they was calling the process. So and then he's just 6'10". You know what I'm saying? He's just a freak of nature. He's 6'10". What I noticed this year too is you got people like JaVale McGee, right? And this is just real life. No matter what we say about Lonzo have a contract. You know what I'm saying? Let's Lonzo do something crazy, he's going to get another contract. He's going to be a starting point guard in this league. You got JaVale McGee making what, $2 million on a 1-year deal. So his stats matter for the next, you know what I'm saying? So he's not just giving up them rebounds. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, here's what I got when Sweatbox said. Any smart coach would tell the big to box out and let Lonzo and Ben grab the rebound. And then like he goes on this. John K says, I think Donovan Mitchell is better than Ben Simmons, but yeah, that's just me. And then Sweatbox says, that's what Big Baller was saying. Why would you have 5 guys grabbing and going when Lonzo was grabbing the dribble and run the lane?
Yeah, we already know that when they get the rebound, they should just kick it out. If either Lonzo get the rebound or whoever get the rebound to kick it. Only person that maybe don't need to do that, which he should do it, but could do it 50% of the time, is LeBron James. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know, because when LeBron James get the ball and Lonzo kick it ahead, remember, they got a thing. When LeBron James get the ball, he goes and try to run in a post. And how many times LeBron kicked that long pass for him to get in the post? But other than that, they ain't gonna play like JaVale McGee. He's not gonna dribble, but I could understand you making $2 million, bro. This. I don't even think 2 million. It might be 1 million, 1 point something. But I'm gonna say 2 million. Your job is dependent on stats for the next year. It is. It's nowhere around that. We could say, well, no, you're going to grab the rebound. Huh? Yeah, I send it to everybody. I send it to everybody. Yeah, but I get it. I get it. It's just, go ahead, brother.
Oh, subject, but so soul is the steel. Any man who doesn't understand.
Hey, Gibson, you're breaking up. I just came in.
Yeah. I thought, it's Gibson breaking up.
Hey, this won't be long because I got to get ready for work. Mm-hmm. But I want to bring this up. I want to have an honest discussion before I go to work. Now, all right. This is about and I had to bring it up so we can keep it real. You know, BBB needs to get better on their shipping.
Yep.
Like for people who bought those shoes ZO2s at October, and now you're saying they're gonna delay it till May. It's not good business at all. You can't defend that, and that's one of the few problems I have with BBB. Like, who in the heck is like Like, I know they got people in their warehouse, man. They got people working right now in their warehouse. You know what I mean? So nothing should be late on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely got to get their business together. That's
Because
number one. They
I'm
always
gonna
got to
tell
get
you
their
what's gonna
business
happen.
together.
The haters are gonna use that as a crutch. Then they're gonna be like, "See, guys, you can't trust BBB."
Yeah, they definitely got to get that better, period. Just
That's
because
what,
people buy in and you want to make sure that they get their product. That's just, forget the haters, because the haters go hate regardless,
No, no,
whether
no,
you're
no.
doing good or
You don't
bad.
want to give a
But
haters
they
excuse.
no, I'm just saying, listen, brother, I'm saying in general they're gonna hate, bro. Yeah, no matter what, but they need, just like anything else, they need to get their product up, period. Like somebody buy something, get it shipped to them. You know what I'm saying? Not just because of that. In general, if somebody buy something, make sure they get what they buy, because it's an exchange. My money for my product. My money left my hands. Make sure my product get to me.
I would have bought a bunch of BBB gear if I would have known they shipped out good enough. Because I don't like paying stuff, and I know I'm not gonna get anything in return.
Yeah,
Through
they
later
got
year.
BBB stuff in the stores though. You could
Yeah,
go and get, if you want to get
but at the
shirts
same
and
time,
stuff
they
like
gotta get
that.
that. They gotta get that rectified, man. You don't. When you run a business, you have to be stand pat. It's not just, it's bigger than the haters. It's just you just gotta do everything efficiently. See, if you
Yeah, they
do
gotta
everything
get.
yeah.
efficiently, what
Sweatbox
the
just asked
haters,
something.
yeah.
You there?
Sweatbox just said something.
Yeah,
You breaking up, Gibson?
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you
I hear
now,
you
Gib.
now.
Oh, Sweatbox just said something really interesting to.
What you say? What's up, Sweatbox?
He
If
said
you talking,
low
we can hear
key.
you. Okay, I said.
He said low key. Do you think they're changing the midsoles because of someone told them the cushion was leading to Zoe's ankle injuries?
Could be. You never know. But still,
Man,
if they buy it, you still gotta send it, man. Listen,
yeah,
you
you gotta
can't just
buy it.
delay. You can't just delay when things ain't right with your design or anything. Now, I know some people that got some ZO2s. They think it's just fine. You know, at the end of the day, those are expensive shoes. So nobody's really just playing basketball in those shoes like that. If anything, the people that bought them are using them as a collectible because they're expensive shoes. So you might as well just send them
Yeah.
out anyway.
Yeah, they gotta figure out their business practice and get that better.
And that starts with Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I know everybody just,
I'm confident it can happen, because long enough they take the complaints, and like anything else, they have to do better. That ain't no question. You have to do better. But you know, it just seems like most businesses, I'm not saying that problem, most businesses have problems they first couple of years. So I'm assuming that they should be able to get better and better.
Yeah.
Here's my theory. I just know how Allen operates. I'm just saying how he is. I can read people. Allen seems like one of the type of people, like if something happens, like a problem, you know, you just scoff all that. You know, when you feel like you can't be untouched, that you don't have the wherewithal to rectify a situation. You feel like, oh, I don't have to do this. I'm secured, man. I got big baller above me. I got Zoe. I got everybody behind me. It doesn't work like that. You don't want extra pushback. No, you don't mind the pushback when someone says, "Oh, LaVar is talking too much," or LaVar is being mad too much. I don't mind that. It's just when they get at your business, man. Practices.
Well, I
Man,
think
Sweatbox, you from Grant Projects? Okay, Grant, you in the building. I had a couple of hood rats in Grant. I'm from 49th and 8th, man. You know what I'm saying? Uptown, man, 49th and 8th.
But yeah, I think the water is gonna save them, because it's not really made by them, and you know,
Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
man.
Yeah. But I'm like, yo, we needed water in New York, man. Bring that to New York.
Yeah. Yeah, they just got to get better. Whatever they doing, they need to do it 1,000 times better. Point blank, period. They need to do 1,000 times better.
Yeah, man.
That's what any business they need to do 1,000 times better. And I got faith that they will do it better.
We'll see, man. I you know, I know LaVar has good intentions. No matter what people say and stuff like that. The thing is, you know, it's Allen's way or the highway.
I mean, I like Allen, man, because I feel Allen could do better, but he just seems always happy to me and just try to get things done. I don't know all the insides, but every time I see him, he just seems like he's just chilling, man. And
he sure is chilling.
He have everything. I don't know. I don't see the same thing that other people see. I think he's cool, man. I like Allen.
So I gotta ask. John K asked a good one. So what y'all think about Philly's game tomorrow?
If Rondo and LeBron go off and Kuzma makes the shots,
yeah,
they have a chance because they're still trying to get used to each other. But if Tobias Harris and everybody gets acclimated quicker than possible, Sixers will win.
I'm scared of who Rondo's playing defense on, though.
Yeah, it's going to be a matchup nightmare.
I think Philly go win. I think the Lakers have a chance, but I think the Lakers can win, but I think Philly will win. They at home. Lakers hit 20. Remember, they won by a buzzer beater, and they hit the most threes they ever hit in franchise history, and only had 8 turnovers. Only.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say. If they're gonna do switch everything defense, KCP, Brandon Ingram, the best defenders need to be on the court if they're gonna do switch everything. That's what I know.
Yeah, they just have
one thing I want to say before I leave. It's okay to structurally criticize something that you support. And we all support BBB.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For BBB to get better, they have to listen to the constructional criticism and maximize it. Because I believe BBB can do better than what they're doing right now. I don't run a business, but it's just like the media. Like if I was in LaVar's shoes, one ability I have is reading, like I said, reading the person and getting the message just good enough so they can get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one thing LaVar could work on, and BBB could work on getting their sales. Now the water sales are going good, and it's just the water sales are doing way better than the shoes. That's because they're having Lithuania help them out with that.
Well, not only that, you can afford it, and it's easy to support.
Yeah, it's cheap, man. It's 99 cents for a small bottle, and what, $2.99 for those big bottles.
So you can't speak at them events. That's when you get your merch at. Get your merch at them events.
I'm telling you.
But the people bought this. I know that's where you get to. If I go to an event, that's the best chance I'll buy it. But the people that's already bought them, you you never know, man. Most of those people that bought them in October was likely wanted to give those to the kids on Thanksgiving. I mean, not Thanksgiving, but Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got you.
See, we don't think about stuff like that. We say, oh, it's okay. They just put it aside. No, the time is now. You cannot have any hiccups.
Yeah, and they need to do a campaign for the water. Not for just the shoes and the clothing. Like the campaign for the water is going to be way more successful.
No, I didn't buy the water. It's in California. I'm not in California right now.
No, I'm saying like they
need. No. Somebody asked DJ, did he buy the water?
No. It's in California.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even close. But like I'm telling you, LaVar need to go to all the bodegas in New York and get him over here and make a pop-up shop, promote that, because all the kids in New York are gonna be like, I need to go there.
Oh man, Sweatbox said the right thing. Let me finish what he says before I go. He said, I think Tina used to help LaVar and Allen keep everything legit before she got sick. Before she got sick,
Yeah, that was a big blow.
Tina was the brain. She's the organizer. She was the organizer and one of the few people LaVar listened to. If Tina did not have that stroke, man, a lot of things wouldn't happen. But one thing, I think Jello still would have been in college. LaMelo wouldn't be in Chino Hills. He'd just probably be in prep school somewhere else in Cali. And it changed a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, Sweatbox, I'm not in Cali right now. I'm in Washington State. Close to it, but right
DJ,
now. Yeah, what's up?
You might be correct on the whole like LaMelo going to college because the past NCAA, like I forgot the guy who like allows people to come in, he says it's going to be hard, but there's a 50-50 chance that he can go to college because
Today
they'll just.
said that?
It was an article on Lonzo Wire. He said basically they would just punish him for a few games, or like sit him down, or like do what you said they would do, and then like allow him to play.
Really, the NCAA, if they were smart, they could kind of neutralize BBB hype. Actually, they could just offer up. Well, if LaMelo plays college, we don't need to be him selling anything out of his name until he's after he's done with college.
Yeah. Yeah, that's on the BBB, so he's not selling anything. Just like Julian Newman, that he's selling some stuff too.
I'll tell you how they gonna roll. They're gonna say for him not to sell his portion of it. You can sell Lonzo and anybody else, but not LaMelo. They're gonna issue that. I'm telling you, this is the NCAA, man. They do things off of a benefit for them. Now, if I'm LaVar and BBB, don't get too prideful. Take that deal. You could sacrifice a couple months to hold that off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because college is going to be the way for him to be a top 5 pick. I've talked to some dude. I'm not going to say his name, but he's part. Some of the editors of Draft.net, and like he said, top 5 college if he does what he needs to do. Top 15 G League if he does what he needs to do. He better not go to JBA. If they don't listen to them after that, don't expect. Let's say, and I hope this never happens. Let's say LaMelo goes to the JBA this summer. He's not going to be a first round pick. They're going to hold it against him. Trust me, these people know people. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So they can't. So all the people talking about, oh, watch, it doesn't matter if he goes here and there. It does matter. It's their system.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
And I think the second round would be a hidden blessing for him, though. I'm going to keep it real. I really do feel like a second round would be a hidden blessing for him.
Here's the thing. These kids got to get their own bread, man. It's all about that money, man.
I see what
you got to get that money, man. You can't. This mindset that you could just sit back and I'll take less. No, you got to get your money now. The only way you take less if you're secure. Let's say you pass your rookie deal and you played already. You could play with 3 of your brothers. You could take less. Yeah, you can because you've already had your money. But you can't just come up in here and expect and live off Lonzo and live off everybody else, man. You got to get your own money, man.
But if I'm not mistaken, I think it's second round or undrafted. Here's the thing, that if teams give him a chance, he's better off than a first rounder, because if he performs like a top 5 guy in his first year, then he could sign up for a contract the next year. So that's what I'm saying. There is security in being, a lottery pick, but you could take advantage right the next year and get more money probably, because teams will want to bring you in.
at the end of the day, um, if college is presented and they gave him an ultimatum, and I hope this is one thing about Allen. Allen needs to make the decision on this one. Really, LaMelo, but if it's anybody's Allen, I give him that since he is the voice of reason and he'll cool LaVar off because you know how LaVar is. You don't want nobody telling him you can't do anything.
Yeah.
That's how the NCAA is, but it's going to reap the reward. Just think about LaMelo playing in March Madness, and really, even though he won't be getting paid in college, March Madness is revenue. So BBB will have a spike in revenue, like uphill, by LaMelo just playing March Madness. And when he's done with March Madness, as soon as he's done, get him out, sell them shoes, bam, go on a press tour, bam, money.
Okay,
See,
I gotta
it's
read
chess,
these
not
comments.
checkers.
Yeah, I gotta read these comments. Sweatbox said everybody in the stands will be wearing BBB during his game. He needs a year or two just so his body can, get ready for the league. Again, John K said Clippers waived Beasley. Laughed about it. I hope we can pick up Melo. He could lead the second unit with Rondo. Sweatbox said again, Beasley got a raw deal. So those are the things. So what are you thinking about all these?
Yeah, you can't trust the NBA, man. You can't, all this loyalty. There's no loyalty in sports. And everybody talking about the NFL. The NBA is no different. The only thing is they gave the NBA players a little more power. But at the end of the day, look at the Pelican situation. The Pelicans owners still stand firm to what they did. So do the players really have player empowerment? No.
Man,
They
I'm
just
sorry.
got more money than that. They just had more money due to the NFL having more players on their roster. The NFL would never have players would never have as much as the NBA unless they shrink the roster size by a lot.
Here's what I would find funny. And Great said this best. He said this fake media praise basically that these owners don't take Dale Dem serious. These GMs don't. And when he gets fired, he's going to be on NBA TV talking about trades.
Yeah, he is, man.
Because and everyone's praising him for it. And I'm like, dude, you could have fleeced the Lakers.